Hello Cancers, welcome to your monthly reading for July. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. Let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon and rising sign. So in July we will be in your season. Happy birthday to you. I hope you have a wonderful birthday celebration. And so this I'm reading this on the 20th. So sun moves into your sign tomorrow, 21st of June. And on the 25th, we also have a new moon happening in your sign. New moons are all about new beginnings, and your sign is all about home, family, emotions, feelings, intuition, creativity, spirituality. So all the good stuff. So let's see what's coming through for you. If you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Send me an email to schedule a reading, okay? All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So this is a Celtic cross. I will show you the cards. Center of the reading, you have Knight of Cups, covered by Seven of Swords, and subconscious, you have Strength. For the past position, you have World. And for the ego position, you have Eight of Wands. For the immediate future, you have High Priestess. And for the advice card for July is Two of Pentacles. And environment, you have Four of Wands. And for the opportunities, you have Hierophant. And the final outcome card for the month of July, Three of Wands. All right. And Five of Pentacles is on the back of the deck, Cancers. So this may have something to do with you feeling, it could be exhaustion, it could be emotional exhaustion, it could be that the feeling that you are alone in this and the support is not there, things like that. But I do see changes, happy changes. So we will come back to this card. So for some, it could just be exhaustion, or it could be that you are not feeling well, okay? And with the Five of Pentacles, this is also like the card is reminding you, Cancer, stay focused on the positive side of things and also the solutions. And also know who you are talking to. Like if you are coming across something difficult, and if you are talking to a friend or someone, whoever, and if they are not helping you see things from a different perspective and help you find solutions, then it won't be helpful, right? So what I want to say is, whoever you are spending time with, know how you are feeling about things. Is it energizing? It could be a conversation. It could be wherever you are, your interactions with others. Know if it's making you feel energized and motivated, or if it's draining. If it's draining, maybe it's time for you to let go, release people, places, things, goals that doesn't resonate anymore. Because remember, this is your birthday month, and your birthday month is all about starting a new cycle, and you might come across some challenges. These challenges are actually, it's not there to hurt you, it's there to help you understand what is not working and what needs to go, where do you need to strengthen your commitments, and what you want to experience. So things like that. So birthday month is all about reflections, how we want to spend the rest of our life, things like that. So you can then make the right choices and decisions. So Five of Pentacles, what I want to say is keep the faith, and know that everything happens for a reason, and this situation is also helping you move in the right direction. Okay, so for the past position you have World. So this has to do with completion and new beginnings. So for some this could be, yes, release. It could be people, places, things, goals, beliefs, whatever is not helpful anymore, you are letting it go. On the other hand, for some this is also travel. It could be that you are connecting with people who lives in a foreign country. For some it may have something to do with your personal life, like your family, friends, things like that. For some it could be work related. For some this is expansion, meaning you looking for new possibilities, connecting with people, having discussions, and exploring new way of doing things, things like that. So expansion. For some this is travel. When it comes to your personal life, looks like, yes, this is where you are letting go of something and moving into a whole new cycle. So this is like a rebirth moment for you, Cancer. And here strength is in the subconscious position. Strength could mean you focusing on your strengths, but you also have Five of Pentacles. So this is like an off and on kind of energy. Yes, you are exhausted and you are pushing through things, On the other hand, this is also where you are aware of what's getting in the way, whatever it is that you want to experience. This is where you are contemplating on things and you are aware of your own emotional nature and what needs to be done in order for you to move forward with clarity and purpose and peace in your heart. So strength is all about being aware of your own powers, meaning being aware of your own strength, inner strength, Cancer, inner strength, inner stability, inner security. Regardless of what's happening in the outer, in the environment, one must always strive for that inner stability. If it's possible for us to establish that, ground our energy, balance our energy, then it will be possible for us to handle whatever comes our way. So that's where you are coming from, focusing on your strengths. And you might come across some power struggles, and the energy is also reminding you there is no need for you to struggle with things. There is no need for you to change or fix anything and force anything. Easy does it this month. Take it easy and be more present. And this is where you are handling whatever it is that you are coming across with grace, and you are very present, and this is helping you balance your energy and come from that place of inner stability and balance. So you are stronger than you think you are. And here in the center of the reading, okay, let's talk about this. So Two of Pentacles is your advice card for the month. This is where the advice here is to focus on creating that sense of balance. Yes, this is where you are juggling things. You may have different priorities, your responsibilities and things like that, but this is where you are able to juggle without dropping the ball. So and this requires presence of mind, Cancer. So that's the advice. In order for you to handle the things you are coming across beautifully, you will have to concentrate on creating that sense of inner balance, inner peace, so you can move so you can move through your task with calm and ease and finish things. Okay, whatever this means for you. For some, it could be personal life, it could be work related, things like that. So this is where you are staying more focused, single mindedly focusing on something here. So for some, this may have something to do with personal growth. Okay, this is also where you are contemplating on things, you are aware of your own emotional nature, how you handle things like that. However, that can also make you feel exhausted, meaning you also want to remember not to be overly critical, and self-compassion is extremely important. And all the experiences, all our experiences teaches us something, it helps us move in the right direction, and it helps us come into a greater love, peace and harmony. So regardless of what's happening, it's all about being aware of what's going on and how we can create changes. But at the same time, we also want to make sure that we are not criticizing ourselves and beating ourselves down. Self-compassion is extremely important, and coming from that place of faith is important. By that, what I mean is, it's about understanding everything happens for a reason, something has to do with destiny. So but then it's about awareness also. If something happened, it's about understanding, okay, now what can I do to create positive changes in my life? So it's all about focusing on solution, being more resourceful, connecting with the right people, and figuring out ways to create a change things up. Okay, regardless of where this is happening, it could be relationships, it could be your health, it could be work related, whatever, the finance, things like that. So focus on getting organized, and be more solution oriented. You don't want to feel bad about your own choices and decisions, because we can always change them, right, if it's not helpful. So yes, balance. And when I said balance, it also has to do with work-life balance. Maybe that's one area you are focusing on. Also balancing your own energies, meaning taking care of your responsibilities, but also taking care of you, making time for you, whatever it is that you need. So it's important to identify what we need in order for us to function efficiently in our life, efficiently and effectively, right? And that's what, again, this is your birthday month. I'm sure most of you are thinking about these things, and your sign is all about emotions, feelings, home, relationships, spirituality, creativity, and things like that. So when things are chaotic, you may not feel good, but that's also where we can remind ourselves there is order in chaos, and focus on creating that inner balance, inner peace. And because changing the outer is not in our control, we only get frustrated when we are trying to change and fix the outer. So yeah, that's what this energy is reminding you. For some, this is also about, if there certain things are not going well, you can it's also important to stay focused on the blessings, because right in this moment there is also a blessing, so in an opportunity. So when we remember that, when we also remember to focus on those aspects, then it will be possible for us to find that balance. Otherwise our human tendency is to focus on what's not working, but we totally ignore what are the positives here. So that help us find the balance. Yeah, that's what your advice card for the month is. Okay, so in the center of the reading, you have Knight of Cups and Seven of Swords. So Knight of Cups here is a code card, so it may have something to do with a person you are interacting with. It could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Cancer is your sign. It could be another. Wow, High Priestess is ruled by your sign, and you have that energy as well. And then Hierophant here is ruled by Taurus. So, and Strength is ruled by Leo, and World is ruled by Sagittarius. So, something to do with your social circle, or it could be the energy that you are embodying, or it could be that these signs are in your chart. So, Knight of Cups is about taking a leap of faith. However, you also have Seven of Swords covering it. For some, it may have something to do with imposter syndrome. It could be that so what is it that you are hiding, Cancer? Which part of you are you hiding? You also have High Priestess. This has to do with you keeping things to yourself, things like that. So, not sure what you are coming across. However, having said that, now is also the time when you want to keep things to yourself. If you don't have that clarity, if you don't have the right information, if that understanding is not there, maybe you are coming across something. And because first of all, with this new moon energy is also when things may not seem clear, and there will be uncertainty, things like that. So if that is something you are coming across, then the card is reminding you, keep things to yourself, and or only speak to someone who you absolutely trust, because people come from their own fears and their own experiences, and they might give you some suggestions and advices, and that may not go well for you, that may or may not go well for you. So it's important to make your own decisions. Okay, if you are reaching out for perspectives, that's what I'm seeing here with Hierophant. This is where you are seeking third party perspective, but you also want to understand, okay, if this is going to work for you or not. Yeah, Knight of Cups and Seven of Swords. This is where you are quitting, leaving something midway. It could be and for some, this is also you. When it comes to your own feelings, looks like Cancer, you are hiding them. You are not being honest about your own feelings. That is absolutely okay. I'm not judging, but I'm just making you aware. If that is something, maybe there is a reason why you are doing it, and so your emotions are valid. However, I'm just making you aware. Like, sometimes we also tell ourselves lies, right? So that's something like that is coming through, you not being transparent and you not being honest about your own emotions. So is there something that you need to be aware of? Forget about people, it's about you. Is there something that that maybe something that you need and you are not admitting, something like that? Okay, so whatever the case may be, just making you aware so you can then contemplate on things. On the other hand, when it comes to your communication, depending upon where you are, do you want to also have a direct conversation? Because this has to do with someone. It could either be your energy, Cancer, it could be somebody else. Okay, someone here is not being direct, and that can lead to misunderstandings and things. Yeah, if you are thinking about making progress here, then it's also important to be to bring talk about things, even if it doesn't feel comfortable. But then it's also important to find the right time and things like that. Maybe that's the reason why you are keeping things to yourself for the time being. And but then know how you it's making you feel. Okay. On the other hand, Eight of Wands is in the conscious position. This is communication. This is exchange, lot of back and forth going on. And in the environment, you have Four of Wands. So Four of Wands has to do with home and family. And there is a lot of, expect phone calls, messages. So it's communication wise, looks like it's going to be a busy month for some of you. On the other hand, looks like you are whenever it feels like with this energy, you are staying away from groups and environments that are not helpful. um, because it's like you are not participating, you are looking for that exit. It could be because you know how that's going to pan out. This is where it could either be a get together, a ceremony, a function, a celebration. For some, it could be friendships. For some, it could be home and family. And this is where you are saying no, you don't want to participate, and you are not attending the party. What I'm also seeing is some emotional stuff. So, how are you feeling, Cancer? So, yeah, this month, that is also something that you want to focus on. So this is where you are carrying something heavy and which may not be good for you. So it may have something to do with thoughts, emotions, how you are addressing the situation. So is it time to just let it go and travel light? Something to contemplate on, whatever that is for you. All right, and then you have Hierophant. So Hierophant is about, it could either be your energy or it could be that you are seeking a third party perspective. So for some, it could be therapy, counseling. It could be you talking to someone who you look up to. For some, this may have something to do with spirituality. You have Hierophant and High Priestess. High Priestess is your energy, Cancer, and this is yeah, a divine counterpart, Hierophant and High Priestess. So strong intuition, spirituality. It could be that you are joining a group and you are coming across people who are from different cultures, different beliefs. Or for some, it could be graduation, completion again. So you are completing something here. For some, this could also be you taking up a spiritual practice, and whatever your beliefs are, this is commitment, Cancer. And if it has something to do with your spiritual practice, this is where you are taking things seriously, you are committed. And this is also you joining groups and things like that. So yeah, for some it could be a turning point. For some, it could be you meeting someone, um, like-minded people. So, lot of things to talk about, and learn from. You are also learning from each other. On the other hand, yes, this is where you are. If you are into spirituality, healing, teaching, counseling, therapy, then this is where you are stepping up. You are being this is guidance. So this is you showing them how to do things, like what to do, things like that. And this is where you are helping them see things from a different angle, helping them find solutions. For some, it could also be somebody else's energy. Maybe you are consulting someone. This is also a card of past. For some, it could be that you are interested in past life regression, or maybe you are going for Reiki, some kind of healing modality, astrologer, tarot reader, things like that. So yeah, something to do with spirituality. For some, it could be you going to visiting a place that has some kind of meaning for you. So it could be a religious place, or it could be you going on a retreat, or consulting someone here. In the environment, you have Four of Wands. Again, this has something to do with home, family, celebrations, party. So yeah, invitations, expect invitations, but looks like you are not interested. And yeah, this is also where the support is there, Cancer. And what about this then? So this is where it feels like you are the feeling that we are alone in this, that so again, this is physical exhaustion, emotional exhaustion. And Four of Wands is in the environment. With this card in the environment, what I'm getting is you have the support, the friendships, the guidance, the resources. So what you need is there. However, it could be that you are expecting it from somebody else. So yes, something to be mindful of. And then you are ending the month with Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card of expansion. And for some, this is also travel. Travel is coming through very strongly for you guys. So yes. On the other hand, this is also you waiting for something, Cancer. What is it that you are waiting for? And with High Priestess, this is also waiting. It's like this is where you are going through a transition. You are in between things. It could be in between relationships, in between jobs, or it could be that you are moving, relocation, changing homes, things like that. And when we are going through a transition period, things always feels kind of uncertain. We may not know what we can expect, right? And that can lead to some confusion. However, if things are not clear, then the energy is reminding you, wait and have patience, and you will find the information, whatever it is that you are waiting for. Okay, you will find the information, the clarity, things like that. So this month is all about slowing down and moving forward. So what does that mean? It has to do with working with your energy, working with what you got, okay, and working with this energy. So whenever it feels like the information is not there, and if it feels like you are tired, then you don't want to force anything. Instead, rest, relax, do things that you enjoy doing. And whenever you feel that energy, then that's when you want to get most things done. So you can then rest when you don't feel like doing anything, right? So yeah, so slowing down and moving forward. So that a mix of that, yeah, Two of Pentacles. So opposite energies, but what I'm seeing, what I'm getting from this card is you got this. This is where you are okay with the uncertainty, and you are okay with waiting, and you are being patient here. That's nice. And trust yourself, Cancer. Trust your own intuition, and follow your own guidance. Okay, because you know what to do. because High Priestess is ruled by your sign. So you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge, and so follow the guidance that you are receiving. Pay attention to signs, synchronicities, what you are seeing, hearing, dreams, things like that, and know what's happening around the new moon time. And this is also the month where you want to take good care of yourself, especially if you are feeling this way, So, yes, so what needs to happen so you can take good care of yourself? And what does that mean for you? Look at this is also where the card is reminding you to see the bigger picture. Don't get distracted by the surface issues. Instead, keep your focus on the bigger picture. What does that mean for you? Something to contemplate on, because that means different to different people. I don't want to put words into your mouth, Cancer. Instead, I would rather have you think about these things and find your own answers. Okay, let me also give you an overview of what's happening in the sky. So in July, on the 4th of July, we have Neptune retrograde happening in the sign of Aries. And so that can lead to some confusion, and that's what I'm seeing here with High Priestess. So things may not feel that clear. So things are not as they seem, Cancer. So that's also the reason why I said keep looking for those, keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Don't get affected by the surface issues. So that's happening on the 4th. And then the big event that's happening in July is Uranus moving into the sign of Gemini. Now, Uranus and Gemini both have to do with unconventional thinking outside the box, and making progress. And this energy also has to do with exploring new way of doing things. And that's what I'm seeing here. Both world and this energy has to do with being creative, being inventive, finding new way of doing things. So what does that mean? What does that mean? So this means the challenge, if we come across any challenges, then it has to do with finding, approaching our challenges from a different perspective, and we don't want to respond to them the way we did in the past if we did not get the results that we anticipated. So now is an opportunity for us to respond in a different way. So that's important. So learning, doing our research, connecting with the right people, and contemplating on things, and coming from a different perspective is important in this case. So that's happening on the 7th of July. And this Uranus also has to do with freedom, and that's what I'm getting with this energy. You are freeing yourself. For some, it could be, again, could be relocation for some of you, changing homes. For some, it could be a job situation, work related. For some, it could be whatever it is that you are holding on to, emotions, like guilt, regret, beliefs, something that's not helpful anymore. Because again, this is your birthday month and you are moving into a new cycle. So, and then we have Saturn retrograde happening in the sign of Aries. Now, Saturn is a tough taskmaster. Saturn has to do with commitments and discipline. And the Hierophant here has to do with commitments. So, if you come across any challenges, this is also a test. And it's testing your own resolve, testing your own commitments. So if this is important for you, Cancer, then the energy is reminding you, strengthen your own commitments. Okay, stay committed to yourself. Stay committed to whatever is important for you. and do not get distracted. Stay true to yourself. So yeah, Saturn is about restrictions, and Saturn retrograde means more restrictions. So I don't see that card here for you. But if you come across any delays, any setbacks, then know that it has to do with that energy. So you just want to work with what you got, and be more resourceful and take it easy. Again, this month is all about taking it easy. So it's a great time to go on a vacation, take a break if it's possible, and stay away from um, drama, and take care of yourself. So yeah, Saturn retrograde is happening on the 13th. And then we also have Mercury retrograde happening in the sign of Leo, and that's Leo energy coming through. It's happening on the 17th. Even now, Mercury has to do with communication, technology, travel, exploration, things like that. Now, Mercury retrograde can lead to miscommunications, misunderstandings, and that's also the reason why I said, do you want to be direct? Because again, it could either be your energy or it could be somebody else. Okay, so this, if it's your energy, I don't know what's going on with the other person. Let's focus on you, right? So if this is your energy, Cancer, then the card is reminding you, be direct, be transparent in your communication, and that will make things much easier for you, and you will also get what you want. Otherwise it will only lead to misunderstandings, and you will only feel more frustrated. So that is important. In order to avoid misunderstanding, it's important to be clear about what you want, and have a conversation. And also it's important to also listen to ourselves and also whoever is in front of us, so we can then find solutions, right? So yeah, even though it's happening on the 17th, but the shadow period shadow period begins 2 weeks before the retrograde, and it will last 2 weeks after the retrograde ends. So we are talking about the entire July, and this can lead to, again, miscommunication, things breaking down, and delays, setbacks, things like that. So just know it's happening because of this energy. There is nothing we can do about it. If we are struggling with things, if we are forcing things, then we will only get frustrated. Okay, so take it easy. Again, that is important. And then we have Mars conjoining South Node in the sign of Virgo on the 20th. Now this has to do with karmic patterns, and High Priestess may have something to do with karmic energy, and this is where you are releasing karmic patterns. So for some, this could be beliefs, our learnings, our past learnings, our patterns, things like that. Or for some, it could also be our relationships, people we are with, so, and this energy is helping us release whatever is not helpful for us. You will know, when we are ready. We always when we are ready, sometimes we know what is not working in our life, but we still keep going. We don't do anything about it. The reason why is because we are not ready. When we are ready, there we won't be overthinking things, there won't be any confusion, we will just know. So if that clarity is not there, then the energy is reminding you, don't do anything, don't make any important decisions. It's important to wait and have patience and wait for the clarity. Okay, and in the meantime, and while you are waiting, you also want to use that energy constructively, meaning by taking care of yourself and focusing on what's important for you. Okay, and then we have Sun. Yeah, the Leo new moon is happening on the 24th. Not sure, maybe Leo is in your chart because you have strength in the subconscious. And then moon in Virgo squares Uranus in Gemini. That's happening on the 26th, and that can lead to restlessness, control issues, and yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. So if you come across anything like that, be it at work or personal life, know what you have control over, Cancer. So stay out of trouble, stay out of drama, but at the same time it's important to address um, you know um, it's important to address issues. We don't want to avoid them, but it's all about balancing your own energies first, stabilizing your own energies before you go into that conversation. So you can then effectively, you know, communicate whatever it is that you are concerned about and find solutions. But if it's something, so know what's worth fighting for, where you want to put your energy, time, and if something is not important, just don't even, if something is not important, this is where you are looking for that exit door. You are like, no, that's not going to, I know how that's going to pan out, and I'm not going to participate. My energy is precious, and I'm going the other way. So you are in touch with yourself, your own intuition. And then Venus enters your sign. It's on the 30th, so end of July. And Venus is all about abundance, prosperity, home, love, beauty, comfort, and things like that. And Venus loves to be in your sign. It's happening on the 30th of July, and this is something to look forward to. And that's where you will feel, back in your own energy. And also, we also have, yeah, so in July, because of all this retrograde, we may feel that uncertainty and things in the dark kind of energy. So it's all about working behind the scene. I don't know, what is that phrase? Yeah, for some, this could mean staying out of limelight, and keeping to yourself, enjoying your own company. Spiritual, taking up a spiritual practice would be really helpful. Practicing silence and taking care of yourself, staying in your power. So yeah, so that's what I'm seeing with High Priestess. You are taking it easy this month. You are taking it slowly, and you are focusing on yourself and creating that balance. So that would be really helpful, because the end of June, with Venus moving into your sign, that will be new energy. That's when you will feel more energetic, inspired, and you will be back in your elements, Cancer. Okay. So yeah, so most part of the June, what I'm seeing for you is contemplation, introspection, self-care, spirituality, creativity, things like that, and connecting with like-minded people. So this is what's happening in the sky, and let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards for you. Four of Wands, in the environment, this is 11 manifestations. So with strength in the subconscious, the card is reminding you, keep your thoughts positive, your words, your thoughts, your feelings, all focused on what you want to create and experience, because this is manifestations. This is also good news coming your way, Cancer. You are completing something here. Yeah, completion is also what this energy is. It could be that this could be weddings, it could be your if it's you, then congratulations. For some, this is, yeah, you moving into a new cycle. For some, this could be you attending somebody else's wedding. So yeah, some kind of celebration. When it comes to your health, you might come across some stomach related issues, your abdomen. Yeah, this may have something to do with health related. So just know, watch your diet, stay more hydrated, and yeah, it could be if you are traveling or something, maybe yeah, it's important to still know what you are eating, where from where you are eating, and things like that. And this month is also about you making some changes when it comes to your diet, your health. Yeah, both Hierophant and Four of Wands here has to do with weddings, commitments, something to do with commitments here. And this could also be reconciliation, um, things like that. Congratulations, Cancer, if that's you. For some, it could be renewing your vows. Stagnant waters. That's what I'm seeing with High Priestess. But this is, like I said, a period of slowing down. So, and contemplating on things. This period is also needed, is what I am getting intuitively. So, the message is feeling stuck, a call for shifts, flow, and change. So, let me read this out to you. $134. And so this totally makes sense because we are moving into retrograde season, and retrograde is a time is not about beginning anything new. This is about moving back. It's all about redoing, reconnecting, reevaluating, reassessing, and paying attention to the details to make sure we are doing the right thing, we are making the right decisions. And also it's a great time, if there is something you are working on, it's a great time to go back and make some changes, make some amendments if it's necessary. And also it's a good time to change up our routine, taking up a spiritual practice. So a great time to slowing down, rest, relaxation, and then finding and this will also help us find clarity on how we want to move forward. So a much needed break is what I'm getting from the cards. So the message is feeling stuck, a call for shifts, flow, and change. Perhaps it's the movement of water that contains the intelligent flow of energy that makes life possible, the life force that animates all living things. When water stops flowing, it can become stagnant. This lack of flow can cause a buildup and lead to pollution. Perhaps we are like that too. Perhaps we need flow just as much as the waters of the world. And Cancer, yours is a water sign. So you have to be in the flow, or else you feel stagnant and stuck. So this card brings with it This card brings with it a call for flow, movement, and change. How can you begin to flow a little more with life's changes? Where in your life do you feel stuck? What has become stagnant or lacking of vitality, ease, and flow? How are you being called to re inject more movement in your life? Sometimes, when we go through life, our energy can become stuck physically, emotionally, spiritually, romantically, and yet life is always there to support our return to flow, to movement. This is a wonderful card to receive as it comes with a magnificent opportunity for shifting energy and embracing change and new possibilities. Perhaps you have become complacent or just feel stuck. Maybe you have been avoiding something deep down, and this is Maybe you have been avoiding something deep down, and this is causing the waters within you to stagnate. Perhaps the intelligence of the water is inviting you to call upon the intelligence within you to find the courage to embrace a new way of flowing with life. What feels stuck or stagnant in your life? What shifts are you being called to make? Wow, that totally goes with the cards here. Like I told you in the beginning, this is something, your own feelings that are you neglecting your own feelings? What is it that you really need, Cancers? So identifying your own needs is important this month, and then finding that flow. Yeah, so in which area, so it's important to know in which area this is happening. It could be relationships, work related, your health, things like that. So yes, flow with the changes. Know what's holding you back if there is anything at all. And please take good care of yourself. And also remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. And I hope you have a wonderful birthday month, and take good care of yourself. And if you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Okay, and if you like what you see here, remember to support the channel. Thank you so much. Now take care. Bye bye.